MS, but congratulations for those of you that did qualify. Well, that's good because I don't know. In Canada, we play tennis in the winter, so I'm not sure about you in Idaho. That might be a cross-border thing right there, where once you cross that border, it's like, nope, it's September, October, we're taking down the nets. A lot of times, though, the tennis courts here are converted to outdoor hockey rinks. So you kind of need to take down the nets if you convert it to a hockey rink. You need to put a different kind of net out there. You wouldn't want to be skating into that. That might be the reason why they were sagging. Come on. I know those nets might be aging a little bit, but they shouldn't be sagging that much. I don't want to say that publicly because that could open myself to a lawsuit and defamation and characterization assassination. So I'm glad you said that because now he can go after you. Plus the extradition's not as tough because there is no extradition. He does not have to file a claim to the court to have me sent down for prosecution. Even though I'm probably closer to him than you are. Actually, no, we're probably, if we both left right now, we would both probably get to Preston fairly evenly, I think. I think it would probably be a pretty even drive. So you want to try? You want to try a franchise? Okay, you first. Hop in the vehicle. And when I say go, start driving. Start driving east, young man. Pack up the kids, pack up the wife, and just start driving east. I can't, though, because the roads, the roads in Canada are very snowy. So that's going to slow me down. Maybe some other time. True. But I'm a Star Trek fan, and I just got to press one button and I energize there. So, your time machine. I've seen the movies. They take a while to boot up. And then you got to go like 88 miles an hour and hope the sheriff doesn't stop you for a ticket before you hit that boom moment where you go. And really, how far are you going to go into the future? How do you set a time machine to get to a location, to Preston? You don't want to mess yourself up. What if it's like 12 noon and you set your time? What do you set your time machine for? 1 p.m.? You don't know how long it takes to Preston. What if you're wrong? What if you miscalculate? And then you get like all your molecules like go to smithereens. And then if you set it too far in advance, then you got to backtrack because now you're in North Dakota. And then you got to reset it. So even if I just drive normally, I'll probably still beat you. Nice try, though. Oh, yes, Ezra. Oh, yes. Captain Picard's still the best captain, even though some of the best episodes were the original. What else do we got going on? Yeah, we will check in on the 5L and last night's 6L. I did pull this card on stream. I did. Yesterday. So it is on tape. Lap actually does every once in a while pull a good card on stream, although be it late in the stream. And I proceeded to go sell it. And then Barry Basher, I didn't see it till later because, Lap. Barry Basher left a comment, said, I don't understand. This is a PAX only team. Why aren't you keeping it to try and improve? And when I read that later, I'm like, oh, I was on my PAX only team. I thought I was on my regular team. I forgot I switched over when Smiley forced me to buy one of those packs because I didn't have enough on the other account. And I was thinking, I'm going to sell it and buy a bunch of bronze combinators to keep up with the bronze kids. But on a PAX only, you can't do that. You can't buy cards. So I reevaluated it. It's still up for sale. But if it doesn't sell today, I'm going to pull it down because with all the spot packs, the prices drop because more and more people are going to pull this card. Last I checked, it was still the only one there. I got it for like 800K. I don't mind keeping it. What else is going on? What else you guys up to? and you didn't have to get a skeleton to pull it for you. Am I missing some New York humor there? Oh, okay. Well, come on, context, man. Oh, that probably explains his theme team, the new theme team. Yeah, I think Doc's he's more of a base game kind of guy. That's kind of been his thing from the beginning, and now he's got his league going. So I think perfect team's kind of his side job. Where perfect team for me is like my meal. So for Doc, if he doesn't pull good cards, he's like, whatever, whatever. If I don't pull good cards, it's life and death. It's my living in perfect team. There's a difference there. He can have skeletons and robots and dogs and cats pull cards. I can't. I can't rely on that gimmick. I need to have good cards right now, especially in bronze. Okay. What else is going on? Baffle redeems. Okay, we will. Next, which version would you like, Baffle? Version 1, the OG, or the new version? We'll do that in about 5 minutes on the next break. Don't forget, OOTP has the winter sale going on, 30% off perfect points. If you get some extra Christmas funds and you have some disposable cash laying around, you can purchase these. I will not be for a couple reasons. I feel I can accumulate enough perfect points through grinding and not that type. And I feel that I can save my Canadian dollar because you guys with your dollar in the US get about 1.5 times more value than I would get. So let's say you buy perfect points for $50. It's going to cost me close to 70. No, no. However, something I can afford if I needed it with Canadian dollars is the 80% off. That's right, 80% off the base game, which leads you to play Perfect Team. 3 different teams you can set up on Perfect Team. All right, lowest price has been all cycle. Yeah, yeah. You can't go play tennis. You can't drive to Preston. But you can purchase OOTP for $9.99, which again is about $14.99 Canadian. Still a bargain. That's like 2.5 Starbucks, which I don't drink because I don't like Starbucks unless I'm forced to. Like Pike's Place, that's about it. None of these. Oh, I'll get a flat white, low cream, double whipped, crunchy sliced ice with 2 straws and a maraschino cherry. I'm not that kind of coffee drinker. No. Give me the basics, baby. Double, 2 cream, 1 sugar with a sour cream glazed donut and a farmer's wrap. Oh, what are you laying down now, franchise? First you challenge me to drive to Preston. You know I have to go through winter roads. Yeah, that's nice. Thanks. Knows I will let him play one of my community games for 100% off. Okay, well, if you're still streaming in the new year, let's get through this next couple of weeks. And in January sometime, the dregs of January, when people's bills are coming in and you see your credit cards and all the excitement of new presents are gone. And people need to be entertained. People need a lighthearted moment. They need to smile and relax. That's when I can come on your show because I can provide idiocy. All right. What else is going on here? Um, I need a new stock of Wendaba. I need some Wendaba. Other than that, I don't know. Just kind of the basic stuff. You know, the kids ask, "What do you want? What do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'd like a new 46-inch 46-inch high res 4K computer monitor to go with the other ones I have. I'd like a brand new camera, maybe a couple more strobe lights. I'd like the Hanson Brothers pop set. There's 3 of them. You can get Jack, Jeff, and Steve Funko Pops. I like all those." And they'd like, no, 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 no. Dad, what kind of gift card can I get you? Just rewind the clock. Can I get in your time machine franchise and go back like 20 some years? I'll show them. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll make sure that there's a good hockey game on that night instead. And it goes into 4 overtimes. I've been looking for some sort of Dave Steeb like figure because you know how I like figures. I got the this guy who's got himself a cup. I've got this guy. He doesn't have a cup, but he does have a controller. So that's pretty cool. And then I've got who else do we got? I got something that just fell. That's okay. I got this guy. Yeah, got a few of those hanging around. So yeah, I got a few figures. You know, good holiday Christmas spirit. I got this guy here. Ooh. This guy. There you go. I got this guy. So yeah, you know, I'm pretty stocked. I don't have a lot of room down here, but I've been looking for a Dave Steeb, some sort of action figure, and they're either way too expensive or they don't exist. Even bobbleheads, like, come on, $200 for a Dave Steeb bobblehead? Like, I thought he wasn't popular except for me. Crazy. And shipping's so expensive in Canada. It's not like I can walk into a Walmart and say, "Hey, where's your Dave Steeb section?" And they're like, "Huh? Gift cards are down aisle 3. Nothing against Walmart, but seriously, you got lingerie, you've got the snack aisle, you've got the electronics and games. Why can't you have a Dave Steeb section? I don't know why I said lingerie first. I don't know. It's Friday. Woo! Oh man. All right, let's continue on. Do up on Twipped. Remember, no Twipped, no treasure trove, no spore on the main channel next week. It is relax, enjoy the holidays with friends and family. But there will be a mega mission set that comes out at some point on Monday. And I'm guessing a lot of the recent cards, that's why maybe some of the sets have been big. There's been big sets recently, probably going to be involved in missions. So try and, while they're cheap, before people jack the prices up, try and get a hold of some of the more recent cards, especially those gold and diamond ones, and be prepared for a big set of missions that come out on Monday. And then it looks like January 2nd, we're going to have a Twipped. Is that a Thursday? That is a Thursday. So the next release, official non-mission release, will be January 2nd, New Year's. We enter 2025 with a mixed bag of cards that will include players from several sets, including but not limited NEL, Hall of Fame plaques, and more. There you go. So we just don't know. We don't know, but we know there's going to be some meta cards there if there's Hall of Fame plaques, as there's still a few guys missing. All right. Can we get a tour of my studio? Looks like it. Yeah, well, that, sometimes I need to nap. What do you think? Why do you think I have 3-minute breaks? My hair's messed up when I go off camera. Got a coffee maker here too. There's a coffee maker over there. Got my group of posters over there, and every once in a while I swap it out with the poster back there. Got my books over here with my other action figures. I got my rocks. My wife's into gems and rocks, so every once in a while she goes, "Oh, I thought you'd enjoy this rock." So she gets me some rocks. So yeah, there's a bunch of things. I got to go pick up that thing that I dropped. Here. Salivate over this while I go and pick up what I dropped, just in case, it's something important. All right. We're good. I'll show you. I think it was the break when I showed all my action figures. So, if you were a subscriber, you would have got to see all my cool action figures, but Baffle, we will get to that. We will do that next break, I guess. I was talking through the break. Okay, I feel like Spore. You know how Spore does Twipped and the first card doesn't come out until a half hour later? I feel like my monologue is like Spore's now. Half hour later, we finally get into OOTP. All right, yes, there are some pop-ups still available. However, I don't think they'll start really filling up until the first one is done because people are probably maxed out on their pop-ups. Funko Pops, pop-ups, Synchronicity, Butterball turkeys have a pop-up, Pop Rocks, Pop Music. How many pops can a pop and a pop? Say that 10 times fast. Out loud wherever you are right now. I dare you. Scream it. Yeah, so there are some pop-ups still available, including some traditionals. The Feast of Seven Spores might be full by now. Yesterday, it was pretty close to being full. The Iron filled up really quickly, the All Iron. And then we have a couple other ones. And of course, 90s week still underway. So good luck. Don't forget, playoffs are just around the corner. Make sure your settings are appropriate. Get a lot of power eye guys in there. Some good center field defense. Your pitchers, probably can go with 11 pitchers for most of 90s week. Maybe go down to 10 in the playoffs. And give your love to Dave Steeb and Lloyd Mosby. My Dave Steeb Combinator, which I got a few days ago and combinated him up. He is on my Gladiator team and doing really well. Was 6-0 last time I checked for the Steeb Combinator. And we did a bounty yesterday. I won over Ezra. So we did give the 10 packs out. It was someone and someone else that won. I think it was Sun King and Teddy O that won the packs yesterday in the draws. We will do some more a little bit later on. And I hope you have a bronze quick spot open, because after we build the bronze team, we're going to go and enter a bounty. See if you can defeat my newly created meta no combi bronze team. So don't enter any other quicks until we do that in about a half hour time. All right, let's go and check in on some of these tournaments. Let's first of all see if I need to congratulate or humiliate Baffle. First of all, he's like, what? What are you talking about, Lap? Well, I'm talking about your 6L dominance. Number one so far. And when I went to check last night, you and Ezra were both in the quarterfinals. You were both down 2-0. And then I didn't check anymore. So I want to go check how you guys did. Last night, 6L tournament, 1999. Well, Baffle, dominate does not mean win. Dominate just means, did you do better than Lap? So you dominated. Yeah. 32 teams dominated last night. I once again go 5 games, lose out to the Houston Swangers. I guess Houston, the Swingers down in Houston say it a little bit differently. The Houston Swangers. Let's go take a look at the coverage. Ogden wins their quarterfinal matchup over Baffle. So Baffle, look at this. Baffle, being the warrior he is, needs the face paint from Braveheart. Baffle, being the warrior, goes down 2-0, including an embarrassing 20-1 loss. Now, Ogden, I know you're a friend of the channel. But come on, this is Baffle. We don't do things like this to people like Baffle. All right? You know what this is? You don't want to know. Let me get the spelling right. Ogden. I don't like to do these kind of things on Fridays because it's supposed to be a happy occasion. But when you humiliate a community member like that 20-1, and the score is 12-1 going to the 8th inning, and you decide to put up a snowman, that's just not right. I have issues with that. I really do. I mean, I'm surprised Baffle could get out of bed this morning and turn his computer on, because that must have disturbed him. And not only that, Ogden, but your avatar here is kind of mocking of the Lakewood one here. You're staring at him. It's a dinosaur. So you're insinuating that Baffle's prehistoric and, not modern. There's so many subtle, it's like Back to the Future. There's so many subtle hints within this game itself that it's going to be very difficult for you to get out of the red binder. But, I'm willing to forgive and forget. Baffle's willing to forgive and forget. And did you enjoy your romp, Ogden? Huh? Was it a good romp for you? Because apparently OOTP says that you romped Lakewood. Now, there's a few words in there that you could twist to have some sort of XXX rating, but I'm not going to do that because I'm still a little bit ticked. 20-1. Man, that makes A-Dub look like like a better A-Dub. Gift cards, aisle number 3. Dad, what kind of gift card do you want? And then Baffle, against all odds of being destroyed 20-1, comes back and wins 2-0. 2-0. And then comes back and wins 8-5. But I think Ogden was just teasing him because Ogden was a little confused. Ogden's facing the wrong way. So I think Baffle stunned him. He had like some sort of, look at this, Ogden. Look at this light. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. So Baffle won games 3 and 4. And then in game 5, Baffle just did not have the stamina. Ogden had recovered and faced the correct way to intimidate and won 8-2. So there you go. Our 6L leader did not get a point last night, losing out in the quarterfinals. The Sprayers, 3-0 over the OK Aces. However, maybe Baffle, maybe you want to contact this manager here from Starfleet Red Shirts because they know how to complete a reverse sweep, losing games 1 and 2. And then they come back and they win 15-7. That's not red binder worthy. No, it's not. Scoring 9 in the 7th inning when they're behind is fine. That's the way to do it. And then they win 7-3. And then they complete the comeback 7-2. Baffle, you're doing well in this tournament, but you got a ways to go, my friend. You do. You got some learning to do. So congratulations, Ezra makes it to the semifinals, and Coach Weedy, who is on the leaderboard in the 5L. Coach Weedy pulls it off in the quarterfinals over our good friend Rynan Tucks. Stone champions, I believe, last week in the PAX only leagues, get knocked out by Coach Weedy. In the semifinals last night, it was the Sprayers winning 3-1 over Ogden. The Dinosaurs went extinct, and Starfleet, after the reverse sweep, would defeat Coach Weedy, and they would win the 4th game here by a score of 9-8. After Coach Weedy scores 5 in the 8th, Ezra says, hold my communicator, because I'm going to score 5 to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th, Coach Weedy, including a home run from Mr. Harry Bay. That's his name. So this would be a team that Ezra drafted on stream. I don't know if he must have drafted this a couple nights ago. And then in the finals, it would be the Red Shirts going up against the Sprayers. Stand back. You're being sprayed. The winner was the Sydney Sprayers. So the Sydney Sprayers, 75 packs. And Ezra is dancing with glee because Ezra's going to get 40 packs for finishing in 2nd place. Pretty good consolation. I really like that OOTP has upped their game in standard packs here. So well done. They will be added to our 6L leaderboard. All right, let's go to the 5L. Got some spoilers in chat. That one's still underway. We're going to check out the bronze to diamond tournaments. We're going to check out, we're going to do a bronze build after the next break in about 8 minutes. GG, well, thank you, South Glen. GG, knock me out in 5 games after I defeat the Kingsmen. Take that, BFF clan. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 4-1. I really thought I had a good lineup today. I had Ray Caldwell, Harley Payne, and lefty left field. Like that should get you at least 3 rounds winning. I am extremely disappointed how I was not able to get out of a second round with Ray Caldwell, Harley Payne, and lefty left field in 1914. Show me the error of my way. That might be the best rotation you could ask for in 1914. Lefty left field is the new tournament card. Who cares about stuff? Ray Caldwell, well, you know Ray Caldwell. You should know Ray Caldwell. And Harley Payne. Harley might be, maybe he should be number 3 because he's not really 1914. He's more modern day with the stuff and the control. But I wanted him because he can bat a little bit in a no DH. How did he do? He hit 214, which is better than a lot of pitchers. Ray Caldwell, he hit 360. Go Ray, go Ray, go Ray. And lefty left field. That's Ray again. Sorry, Ray. I'm just attracted to you. Lefty left field. What did he do in his batting? He did not bat well because he can't bat. So I think I had him number 3 as the bat, but if I could redo it, I would probably go like this. I would just make that one little pitching change. Was that you that defeated me? What? And the bouncers let you in? Baffle. Hey, did you check ID on this guy? Oh, you're probably like, oh, welcome to the stream. Have you defeated Lap in a tournament recently? Oh yeah, I beat him in today's 5. Oh, come on in. Front row seating. That's what my mods and my bouncers would do. You're new to this game, aren't you, Yokito? Are you like fairly new to this game? Yeah. Once you're part of a co-hosting interview, Baffle, you are obligated to check ID, not keep ID, not copy ID, not identity theft, but check. Next game, 2-1 victory for the Gobblers. 5-1. And then it gets worse from that point on. Holy, that's a lot of innings. That's what did it. Oh, come on. Not again. Bottom of the 9th inning, I'm up by 2, and the Gobblers tie it up. I swear, if you hit a home run in 1914, we're going to have words. No home runs. Man, 19 innings. And man, you're like a boxer. I throw an upper hook, knock you out. 9th inning, you score 2 to tie it. In the 15th inning, boom, another knockdown. You tie it up in the bottom of the 15th. In the 17th inning, boom, knock you down, and you score 2. You countered my punches look at this graph. Congratulations. Man, Otis Nixon had 10 at-bats for you. You're new, right? Good stuff, Yokito. Way to go. Oh man, I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take that as an entire streamer, everyone that streams the game. I'll take it as a compliment to the education that you've received over the last 3 weeks to be able to knock me out. Jeez. I got to take a look at your pictures now. Oh, you've learned to go to a 3-man rotation. I wonder who taught you that. Only 8 pitchers. Where could you have learned that in the last 3 weeks? Probably not on Wikipedia. Yokito, I'm just giving you the gears. You've only watched for the last 3 weeks, but I've been streaming for over a couple years now, and I like to tease. Very well done. Congratulations. Don't feel bad. Always gotta, for new people, I always gotta throw that in that I'm not serious. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not. No, I'm not mad. Congratulations, though. Don't let these other guys think that I'm serious. Okay, they're trying to portray me as a discontent, grumpy old man when I lose. I'm not. Don't throw fuel on the fire, A-Dub. Stop it. You know what color fire is? Red. I can't afford a new one. And the kids won't buy me one. Dad, what do you want for Christmas? I want a new monitor. I want like a 4K monitor. Or a Dave Steve bobblehead. No, Dad, what kind of gift certificate do you want? All right, we're going to, we're only in round 3 of the tournament so far. So we got a ways to go to decide a winner in that. And Yokito said, taking on Starfleet Red Shirts. So VR Mind is up on the Steel Pugs. The Gobblers tied up with Ezra. We got the Bobcats up 3-1 on the Go Jets Go. Somewhere South is leading the Rockcats. Starjo Stars up on the Flying Years. 2-2, Rockville, Michigan. 2-2, Coach Weedy, Fargo. Ooh, that is the match of the round right there. And Lakeside Fictions up 3-1 on Cavacom. Cavacom. Where is our good friend Cavacom? He'll probably be around in the next couple minutes. Speaking of that, off to a break. When we come back, it's time to build the bronze. Spend those hound biscuits just like Baffle did. We'll lead into the break. Actually, we're in the break. Here you go. Fill up those coffees, put on the toque, get the hockey stick out, and say, friggin' rights, let's go.
What do you say, boys? Tim's run? Let's go. What a year. Boy, it sucked. We could use a pick-me-up. Let's go. Friggin' rights, let's go. Ooh, heck yeah, bud. And I think I know just the spot where the coffee's always fresh and hot. And the donuts? Oh, don't get me started on those donuts. Life's alright in a red and a white up north, if you know what I mean. If I need a brew or just something to do, well, bud, you know where I'll be. Let's go. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. Oh, heck yeah, bud. Grab me an ice cap. Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Hey, you better grab me a honey cruller too. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. Ooh, heck yeah, bud. Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Alright, let me tell you what I'll have. Double chocolate, honey dip, 25 pack of Timbits and a breakfast biscuit. Actually, you know, make it 2 biscuits. Ice cap with chocolate melt, a Boston cream and a bagel belt. And I can't forget 4 double-doubles for the folks back home. Life's alright in the red and the white of north, if you know what I mean. Greatest country in the world, boys. If I need a brew or just something to do, well, bud, you know where I'll be. Let's go. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. How about an everything bagel, actually? Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. And you know, there's a couple more things. Hey, I'll have a honey cruller, apple fritter, vanilla dip, with extra sprinkles, a couple of those sour cream glazed, and don't forget, old-fashioned plain, peach drink with a farmer's wrap, and hockey cards, a couple packs, and whatever the guy behind me will have. It's on me. And whatever you guys will have, just drop a comment with your order, and I'll make sure to pick it up for you. Don't worry.
All right. Shout out to the one, the only, the Canadian, the greatest rapper in Canada, OGR Scintilla. You can check out his links. I posted them there in the chat. You can also check out his merch. He's got some friggin' rights merch. I know I'm going to be picking some of that up. It's free shipping, and again, he has different shipping locations all throughout the world, apparently. I wasn't able to finish editing the video in time to show it today, so that is going to be early next week. We will show you the interview with OGR Scintilla. It was fun to do. Baffle was my co-host, and you know, I like to shout him out because he's been so kind in allowing me to show his videos. All he requests is, Lap, if your community enjoys what I do, have them comment on my video. He loves comments. He loves, you know, people kind of checking in and saying hi. So if you ever do go watch his videos, just leave a comment. He's on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, probably. I don't know wherever he is, but you can click on those links to find his full profile. Really nice guy. Like I said, not quite what I was expecting in terms of his personality. Not in a bad way, not at all. Actually, in a good way. Just the persona we see on video is sometimes different than what people are. Unlike some streamers who are always the same. Okay. Yes, OGR Scintilla, thanks for using those Helm biscuits. And Max is saying a bronze quick. Yeah, we're going to do a bronze quick. Absolutely. Thank you, the Sports Geek, 3 Sport Geek. NBA, MLB, no. NFL, MLB, NHL. Way to go. 3 Sports Geek. No, wait. If you're Canadian, curling, hockey, lacrosse. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Brotar. Bro. Thanks, bro. And yeah, that's what we got going on right there. All right. So a check-in on the diamond to bronze to diamond cap. So this is, if you're in Discord, if you watch CWIT stream, he is really trying to push this tournament here. And, you know, I like to promote the passions of other streamers as well, whether they're affiliates or non-affiliates. You know, if CWIT likes a tournament, I like to mention it once in a while. If Ezra likes a tournament, mention it. EVC, mention it. You know, pump it up. Tetsuiji, pump up his love of Japanese baseball. If A-Dub wants a tournament going and wants some promotion, I'll think about it. But otherwise, you know, I love promoting other people's passions with the game and things that they love. 5-4. Castroville knocks me out. It was the first time I entered it. I thought I'll give it a shot. And I'll show you what I'm running. So this is a cap tournament. I don't know if anyone knows what the cap number is. Does it show it anywhere? Here it is. 1849. So you're only allowed to use cards overall rated from 60 to 99. And you get a cap amount. You get a certain amount. Think like a salary cap. You get so much to spend on your players. And a 60 overall player is kind of like a free player. So if you're using a Gary Sheffield, Gary Sheffield Combinator, he doesn't really cost you anything against the cap because he's the bare minimum. But if I use a 61, now he counts for 1 on top of his 60. If I use a 90, that counts for an extra 30 points on top of the 60. So you take 1849 and divide that by 26 players, and that gives you 71, as it says on the screen here. So you could have 26 players that are 71 overall on your team, and that would be exactly at the cap or close to it. Or instead of a 71, you can go with a 60, and then you got 11 more points, and then you can use an 82. So you can have an 82 rated card, a 60 rated card, and everyone else rated 70. So if you take off some from the 71 for one player, you could add it on to the 71 for another player. So obviously, if you're using a lot of 90s, that's using up a lot of that cap space. So then you really have to have a lot of 60, 61, 62s to counter that. And ultimately, you have to be under the cap. So I went in for the first time yesterday because I wanted to test out my Dave Steeb Combinator. I thought, hey, that'll be a good guy to use. And he had a good tournament. Nothing really wrong with the tournament. Castroville, he had to play twice and got destroyed by them the first game. But that's C-Witt's team. This is his baby. This is his tournament. I expect him to have a really good roster. He's a good roster builder. And I went with my pitchers to get the cap because I finished at exactly 1848 out of 1849. Now I'll tell you, the cap pros out there, they would grimace that I'm 1 point under. They would say, Lap, how dare you not maximize your cap space? They would say, surely there's a card you could take off and add a 1 point more card. And they're probably right. So that was a running joke last year that I think there was a cap of 1,500 and teams would come in at 1,499. And if they won, they would like celebrate. Look at you guys. I beat you with one less cap point. It's a thing, I guess, cap people do. I don't know. I'm not part of the cap world usually. What? Where did that come from? How long ago was that? 11:02, 5 minutes ago. All right, I missed the joke. So are any of you in chat in this tournament right now? If not, consider entering. Again, I was able to get 2 diamonds, 2 gold. So if you have a lot of lower level cards, it's a tournament you should consider. Sometimes people see diamond as the title and they go, oh, I don't have a lot of good diamond cards. You don't need a lot of good diamond cards. You need like 2 or 3. Bulk of my team is my bronze cards. With, you're allowed 10 combinators, so it's not fully stacked combination. I decided to use Dave Steeb as a combinator, and my other 9 combinators are bronze. And with this lineup, I was able to go to the semifinals, and I was shocked. I was like, whoa, because there's some good cap people in this tournament that have a lot of experience playing caps. Fun Society, top player. The Madison teams are really good. The Newton Sloth have won a lot of tournaments. Exto Foras. Spore is in there. West Hartford. Mr. Black, who considers himself a really good cap guy. And he is. And he's got some really good cap advice. We did an interview last year. If you're new, Yokito, if you haven't watched that video, I recommend that you do because he goes through the different eras. The Phi Cross Foxes. So yeah, there are a lot of good teams in this tournament. And again, part of it's probably luck, random generation. And if I hadn't come across the Mashers, who knows? and I gave C-Wit a good run, 6 games. So yeah, consider getting in that one. Again, try a cap build. They're fun to do. I think, yeah, it looks like I made a change at the last moment, but forgot to put my 5th pitcher in. So yeah, I was going with four starters. Oops. Chris Archer should have been in there. He only had 7 innings pitched. Oops. Cap mistake. I switched someone out to get in Chris Archer, but I forgot to go in or save my roster build or something. So yeah, I had Ray Caldwell. See, again, I need to get a few more tips from the pros because I don't know if it's worth using 3 combinators on relievers. Caldwell, Owings, and Payne. Maybe I should use them on batters instead. But my thinking was, you still want a good bullpen because your pitchers in modern era are going to go, how long did Pedro go? 6, 7 innings. You don't want to give up a lot of runs in the last few innings, so you still need a decent bullpen. And since they're mainly bronze guys, you want to give them a little bit of a boost. Plus, that means I could use Ray Caldwell as a hitter with the boost, Micah Owings as a hitter. So I had Micah Owings in my 4th slot DH. He hit 260. He had 6 home runs. So I think a combinated Micah Owings is a decent choice. And really, for caps, typically the 2-way players are the guys you want to really consider on putting in. So that's why I used my combinator Ray Caldwell. Look, he hit 321. He had 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. So I have I think that was a good choice, putting the combinator Ray Caldwell in, even though he's not a starter. And then the combinated Micah Owings, not a starter, but he hit 260 with 6 home runs and 19 RBIs. Harley Payne was the other one. Maybe I replace him. I wanted to try and get him a little bit more pitcher BABIP, a little more control. Again, he did well. 2 wins, 1.98 ERA. So no complaints as a pitcher. And he didn't have any at bats, I don't think. No. He's not really a hitter. Because I had Micah Owings in my lineup and I had Ray Caldwell, I think. Yeah. Against the righties, I had both Ray Caldwell and Micah Owings in. So again, I'm kind of a newbie at this, but I've taken a lot of what Mr. Black has said, a lot of what Exto4S, a lot of what C-Wit, a lot of what some of these cap builders on stream have talked about and applied them to my team. And I just had to play Dave Stieb. What's going on here? You also made the semis at 2 under the cap. Oh, were you in this one, WX Scott, or is that a different day? Oh, you're the Bel Airs, right? Yeah. So there you go. Let's see what the other semifinal loser had here. Denver. 2 under the cap. Way to go. Who needs the full cap? See, and here's a perfect example. If you're a silver player, this is kind of the tournament you want to look for because the average is 71 for this cap. 71 is a silver. So you can play a lot of your silver cards. And WX Scott made it to the semis with 1 diamond. I had the combinated Dave Stieb. He has the combinated Dave Freeze. Synchronicity. We both used Diamond Daves. Way to go, Scott. Is this the first one you've been in, WX, or have you been entering them every day? That is that is what OOTP 25 will be remembered for, is combinators, good or bad. I understand both sides. I totally do. I'm not fully supportive of either side because I adapted. I I focused one of my teams. Remember, you get 3 teams on your accounts. You can have 3 teams. So you can approach the game 3 different ways. I got my gladiators, which I've said I'm going to specialize in bronze, and I've done fairly well in bronze since I adapted to combinators. My Gym Unknown team is a packs only team, and I'm in gold right now, which is pretty impressive for pack only teams. And my third team is just a team that tries to qualify for PTCS perfect drafts. I spam perfect drafts. I play a little bit of iron in them as well, but it's kind of just like a little play account. Get packs, open packs, nothing really serious. The thing Combinators has done for me as my biggest negative is taken away my passion and drive for league play. Because to get to that top level, you don't need combinators. Absolutely, you don't. Many free-to-play non-combinated teams have made it to perfect. But it definitely helps. And you need to spend perfect points on cards to do well in league play. Packs only teams, we're lucky if we get to diamond. We can't buy cards. And still, a few of us get to diamond. I've been to diamond once in packs only. But to get to perfect league, it's very, very tough when you can't buy cards on the card shop. And so you have a decision. Do I want to spend my perfect points on cards for league play and try to really push it to perfect? Or do I want to spend cards on a specific level, have fun there, and try to dominate that and maybe luck out in a PTCS? It's tough to do both. In the past, you were able to do both. You were able to dominate 2 or 3, 4 levels and compete in perfect league. I personally can't do both. Some people can. Wit does really well in both. And I think other than day one, he's been a free-to-play player. So there are people that can do that. I can't. And I think I'm with the majority. A majority of people can't really compete in both at a high level. So that's what Combinators has done for me. It's taken away the ability to compete at a high level in all areas of the game, which again, I don't mind. I'm having a ball having fun in bronze. But again, at the expense of not being able to be in a PTMS, because to qualify for PTMS, a lot of the points come from league play. And so because I don't focus on league, I don't get those points. Will they be back next year? Probably. Will there be changes? Maybe. You know, at the worst, I think they would come out of the gates with a variety of different combinator levels. No combinators, 3 combinators, 6 combinators, full combinators, and have access to many opportunities for the free-to-play player, the non-combinator lover player, the combinator lover player. Like, if they would have come out of the gates this year, I think there'd be a lot less resentment for combinators. But they came out all combinators right away. Teams dominated, scared off a lot of people that couldn't keep up. And I think if they change it so it's spread out evenly, kind of like it is right now, at least it's better now, it might have more success. The only problem is the stigma of that word combinator. That might stick. So maybe they need to rebrand it. Maybe they need to change it around a little bit, give it a new name, because there are people, when they see the trailer for the new game, if they see the word combinator, they're like, I'm out. Doesn't matter how much the game has improved with combinators. They see the word combinator, I'm done. I'm not going to buy it. No, I know. There are, I mean, like anything in life, there are outliers. Made it to the you got into PTMS on bronze PT. Yes, it can happen. I never said it can't happen. It's just very, very difficult without the league points. I've mentioned a few players that do well in both and have made PTMSs because they've done D-Block made the PTMS, I think the first time or second time, because he was doing well in league play. But it is a grind. It does cost you your time. You can't do it casually. You know, D-Block and yourself, I don't think could have done it casually without putting a lot of time and effort into. And like I said, some people can do that. I can't. I just can't. Between, you know, things I have to do outside of streaming and things I have to do inside of streaming, one-man show, I do everything myself. So that takes a lot of time off camera. But again, I'm having a ball with the role I'm taking in the Combinators this year. I love it. And I probably spent a couple million perfect points on my bronze Combinators and on the food for the Combinators. But I've earned those points from doing well in tournaments. I've earned those points from achievements. I've earned those points from selling cards on the card shop, from good polls. So it hasn't cost me anything financially, but resources come in and resources go out to the bronze. They come in, they go out to the bronze, which again, personally, I don't mind. But everyone is entitled to their own opinions and feelings about the game. All right, what else? Yeah, and again, there are definitely three camps. There are the I absolutely hate Combinators, I absolutely love Combinators, which are probably very few, and somewhere in between. Yeah, I think they'll be back. I think they've invested too much time and resources as a development team. The devs probably spent hours and hours and hours and hours putting the code in for Combinators to do what they do, just to take them out the next year. I don't think they'll do that. I think there'll be a revamp somehow or a rebranding of them. Hopefully gone completely, probably modified version, but the testing, yeah. Yep. Testing and input, and I don't know. I don't know. I know as an affiliate, unless you're a beta tester, you don't have a lot of input. Like we play the game when you guys play the game. If you pre-order and get the beta version, that's our first look at it. So affiliate streamers, we don't have any insider pre-knowledge of what the game's going to look like. There are some streamers that are beta testers. There are many members of our community that are beta testers. They do have that knowledge, but they're obligated not to give any information out, which makes sense. And yeah, absolutely. Again, there's the other side too. The base game is the most important thing. So, you know, there are people out there that don't care about perfect team at all. They just want a good workable base game with all the bugs worked out. They could care less about what combinators are. They just give me a playable base game, put in more animations, make it more online league accessible, you know, make sure that contracts work and make sure that trades, you know, the AI is fair, those kind of things. And that's how I was, you know, before Perfect Team. Like, please, please, please improve and give me the best base game possible. So Ezra is completely right that we got to remember that this is not Perfect Team. This is out of the park baseball. And the devs, they got a team of 10. The devs can't spend every minute on Perfect Team. They've got to work on base game stuff. I think base game should be the priority. I mean, maybe it doesn't bring in as much revenue. I don't know. there's not really any revenue other than purchasing the game for base game. All right, we're on a break. When we come back, it is time for the non-combi bronze build. Back in a couple minutes' time. All right, just reading through the comments as the break went on, and yeah, we definitely see a variety of opinions about the game this year. There's definitely some things. I saw some good comments there about being able to buy in bulk or sell in bulk. That would be nice. I know listing the same card 10 different times over and over. Again, if they bring in features that allow selling in bulk, there's more room for errors too, and clicking wrong cards and selling extra cards you didn't want to sell. But it is tedious. Yes, that's a first world problem of having to be able to buy or sell in bulk. That would be kind of nice. The other comment I agree with is you grind for 6 weeks, 7 weeks to make a PTCS with a certain type of card, a certain format, and then the PTCS format that you qualified for requires different cards or cards that you haven't been playing. Maybe there's a cap on it. So if you're playing bronze like I do, and all of a sudden it's a cap, and all of a sudden you have to put a lot of iron cards in when I've qualified with all my bronze cards, that's kind of a bummer. And that goes with the higher levels too. You qualify in diamond, and all of a sudden there's a cap and you have to use a lot of gold or silver cards. That's an issue too, I guess, for those people. I think they have gotten better with the more recent PTCSs where you get to truly play the cards that you qualified with. But I do think they need to add, I know they've got 10 levels already. Maybe take one out and add a live level. I think they really do need to reward those people that love the live cards, because Franchise Time Machine said he loves playing live tournaments. And that way, at least, if you go to a PTCS, it's still going to be a live setup for your PTCS. You get to use the cards you've been playing all along. Maybe you still put a cap on it. I don't know, but I do think they need a level for that live version, to allow live players to win these PTCS good cards. And I think that would be a popular one, and maybe ease a little bit of the combinator frustration that people are seeing when they go into PTCSs, because, hey, there's at least that one level. I don't have to worry about combinators. I can go in and I can just play live. Just my opinion, but I think that's one thing that could be added too. But a dice roll is still better than anything. Like, I still think a lot of PTCSs are dice rolls. I've told you, in the last 5 PTSs, I've had a pretty stacked combinator team, and I've been beaten by teams with less than 2 combinators, 2 or less combinators in the last 5 PTCSs. That's dice rolls to me, because I had the dominant cards on paper. Now, maybe I'm really messing up in my strategies, but I don't do anything weird and wacky. And I put in platoons and I have the right guys in the right places. So I think a lot of the tournaments, pop-up tournaments, a lot of the tournaments are dice rolls. But I just think, at least with a live dice roll, it gives you the hope of, hey, I don't have to worry about combinators. And I think there'd be a lot of people that try qualify for it. 10%. Okay, it's the first time I've heard that stat. Combi team has 10% more chance of winning. Well, for the last 5, I've been in the minority of that one, but I'll keep plugging away. All right. Well, we only have like a half hour before we got to go over to the dock. I know it's been some good discussion, and sometimes it raises the temperature a little bit, but sometimes you do need to have those discussions, and people do need to be allowed to voice their opinions, but in an intelligent, in a purposeful, in a critical way that helps the game, not that divides us. Let's unite more than divide. And debates are good in a civilized way. Okay, let's go do a bronze build. That was my main purpose of the stream today. I want to go do a bronze no combi build. So that is the best of 3. My game's probably going to crash. Yep. Don't hover lap. Don't lean. And don't hover. Let's go to... I don't know if the bronze is empty. That'd be nice if it was, and then we could do a bounty. If it's not empty, then we just won't do a bounty today. We'll do a random draw at the end of the show. So let's want to sneak in quickly and look at the 5L very, very quick. See if Yokido, if Coach Weedy, if Jane, if Ezra have advanced in today's 5L. What do we got? Quarterfinals, VR Mind up 2-0. Somewhere South up 2-0. The Stars up 2-0. And PAX on the Go did defeat Coach Weedy in round 3. And Ezra looks like he lost out in round 3. So good luck to the quarterfinalists. 1 step away from getting to the glorious Final 4. And I think today is a mystery slot, if I remember. Let me go check my... I think, yeah, whoever finishes second today gets 5 bonus packs. The second spot is a mystery. If you don't know what that means, well, that is on my scorecard. Certain dates have the blue boxes. Whoever finishes in that blue box gets 5 extra packs. And today's 5L is, oh no, that was yesterday's. Okay, I haven't entered that in. Yesterday's second place winner gets 5 packs. And in the 6L, next mystery slot is tomorrow. Whoever finishes tomorrow night in second place gets those 5 extra packs. Okay, bronze. Let's see, the bronze to diamond. Where are we at? 42 out of 64. 22 more. I might have to exit out of that and come back to it later. I got to get in the dead ball. There we go. And the other two can probably wait. The Friday bronze cap, that must be underway right now. That one, dead ball. Okay. Let's go build a bronze team and see which cards from yesterday or Tuesday we might get in there. So best of, which one is it here? It is this one, right? No combinators. Okay. 10 out of 16. Well, I'm going to enter that one. And we're going to build a team from scratch in 25 minutes. If you want to enter the bronze quick no combinator, if you are in chat and you knock me out, I'll send the OOTP your name if you're in chat. I'll be able to tell who is here and who is not here. As long as you made at least one comment, I could find that out. So if you defeat me, I know there's 10 teams entered already, but I don't want to wait until it fills because we only have 25 minutes. All right, bronze no combi. Clear filter. Let's start with batters. The other thing I don't like, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I think Max was doing this yesterday too. When you're looking for players, because if you do have a lot of combinators, you can't, you can turn off the combinators, not combinator. But if you go hide duplicates, it will hide. It has something to do with your combinators. It will hide a lot of the players and you won't be able to see them because of your combinators. So that's why you have to keep duplicates on. Why not have 2 non-combi early silvers? I don't know. Do they fill up really quickly? The daily silver fills up? Oh man, are we full already? Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that because I don't have time to build it before it fires off. If you guys want to enter one, we'll do this one here because it's just fired. ID 7550. I will honor the bounty on the first one because you might have entered it hoping to get the bounty if you were in chat. But I've got to go and put in my regular already built team on that one. So I won't have time to build it. Yeah, the early bronze, man, last refresh D-block, that early bronze, I could never get into it. It was just filled up so quick. Remember at the beginning of the cycle, the 5L would fill up within 20 minutes after firing in the morning. Remember, it started at like 4 a.m. Mountain Time, and I had to beg Nicolino, please, please move it back a few hours because I can never get in my own tournament. And that's bad. I can't track things if I'm not in my tournament. And even then, he moved it back a couple hours, and it still filled up really quick. Now you can get in like 15, 20 hours later. All right, manage. Let's look at catchers non-live. Now, there were a couple catchers that came out yesterday. Carlton Fisk, of which there are none available, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be able to use him because I can't just buy one. And the other one that came out was Dalton. And I do like that Dalton card. What can I sort that will bring it up easy here? Power. Let's just go overall. If someone in chat can help me, Dalton, there he is. I'm going to use Dalton. You should be able to get these cheap on the card shop, I think. What? 34,000? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you won't get them cheap. I'm glad I bought one for like 7K yesterday. Ouch. Have these all been pulled? All 100 of them? If they have, they're not gonna go down in value. So people are liking the Darren Dalton. Hope you're able to grab one. If not, there's a few other options. Good against the righties. So I'm going to go, I think, Darren Dalton and then Chris Schneider, righty-lefty combination. If you don't have Dalton, Joe Mauer is still a good choice against the righties. But against the lefties, Raridan's another choice against the lefties. You don't want the power, or you can go Chris Schneider. So more flat profile with Schneider, or he fell out of a lot of people's meta, and I don't know why. I used Raridan for a very long time. Like, he's a Baseball Reference 1 card. He just looks so good. Is it the BABIP? 87. Schneider has a BABIP of 87. The defense is better on Raridan. I don't know. A lot of people went to Schneider. What do you think of the bronze tourney catcher? A lot of people like Castro as well. Castro, you can probably play both ways. Let's see how he looks against the lefties. This is just easier if I look for him this way. Castro. See, I put too much value in Avoid K. I at this point in the cycle, I want someone with higher Avoid K. I would rather sacrifice I would rather sacrifice some power. Plus, his defense isn't great. And I still think in modern era, defense is important. He's going to strike out, could strike out quite a bit because more and more pitchers are coming in with better stuff. So better stuff pitchers, he's going to have a hard time with. Another one is Mathis we should take a look at. Where are we going here? If I have a Mathis. New card's always tough because you forget about them sometimes. It doesn't look like I have a Mathis. And there are none on the card shop. Again, the Avoid K. So for me, like I think I know Jeff Mathis is higher in a couple areas, but Raridan, when you looked at Raridan, he was only weak in power. Yes, Mathis has much better defense, But then that avoid K, I'm a fan of avoid K now. And so for me, Jeff Mathis isn't a must right now. So I'm going to go with Dalton and Schneider. I'm just a believer in avoid K. Not early in the cycle, but late in the cycle, I like avoid K. So let's go and try and find him now. So I'm going to go Schneider and Dalton as my catchers. Yeah, and yeah. And I think I'm just because I look at the 5L and 6L stats quite a bit, and I always look at average and WAR and strikeouts and things, and the better players in 5L and 6L are players with high avoid K, and like Roberto Clemente. Roberto Clemente always seems to be on the leaderboard in both tournaments. There's one or two Roberto Clementes. His eye is crap, but his avoid K is really good. So I'm more of a fan of avoid K than I am at I, but again, to each his own. First base. Let's take a look at first base. I think there's a few stalwarts in there. I think Wally Joyner, but there's a few DH type of players now that have come out that are good candidates to stick at first base. So I'm going to go with a couple of the regulars first. Now, Gary Gaetti, you could play at first. There are, I think, better options, though, more options. I still like Wally Joyner against the righties. Again, I'm willing to sacrifice power, but he's a true first baseman. So defense is going to be good. And his avoid K, his BABIP are still really awesome. So Wally Joyner against the lefties or against the righties. And now against the, I forget, is this DH or no DH? I think there's DH here. Against the lefties. Again, there's Gaetti. There's this guy I don't like his avoid K. There's Gary Sheffield. I still have a fondness for Gary Sheffield. Stick him at first base against the lefties. But that's not my play here. I think I'm going to go with, I can't remember which one it was. I think it might be Cardi. No, yeah, I think Cardi's better than Edgar at first base. Why is he not showing up? Customize Carti. Again, here's a guy that can stand at first base, got good avoid K, non-common. He's got to be on your team somewhere. So he's either going to be your DH or he's going to be your first baseman. I like to put him at first base. So I'm going to put Rico Cardi and Wally Joyner at first base. Second base. Sorry, I'm not watching chat too much here. Still take Joyner, Eisenreich. Yeah, I just let's go check out Eisenreich. He came out yesterday, so I've been really taking a deep dive on him. 125, 128, 117. 125, 128. Yeah. Again, giving up a little bit. If you stay with Joyner, giving up a little bit, but gaining on the eye, I think, over Eisenreich. Not much. Again, more of an outfielder. I can't see his infield range there or infield abilities. Yeah, I would feel very comfortable going with Jim Eisenreich or Wally Joyner. Again, I'm sometimes loyal to a fault with my players, and I think I'll stick with him. Low bronze, yeah, he would definitely be my low bronze first baseman against. You could play him both ways. You don't mind giving up gap power and eye, and you need to save a platoon spot. But I'm going to go with Joyner and with Cardi at first. Maybe not the most popular opinion, but that's what I'm doing. Okay. Bagwell's another good one. Yeah. Bagwell for sure. Probably find Bagwell. Or like Rico's right up there in power. Bagwell's up there in power too. But I'm not as this was first 5-month profile that people would be looking for. I've kind of moved to a more I've moved to a more top heavy profile. But of course, you still want your power guys, and he's one of the best, if not, he is the best power guy right now. Of the cards I own, he's the best power guy against lefties. So nothing wrong with Bagwell. But I like to have Cardi and Edgar against lefties, and to have them both against lefties, you kind of need to put one at first base because I don't trust either of them at left field. Second base. Here's where the utility guys come in, your Tommy Butts, your Connie Day. I'm going to have both of them. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I'm going to have both. So I'm just going to throw them both on there right now. Second base, third base, shortstop. I was a fan of Minky, not so much anymore. I do like Willie Randolph against the lefties. So I'm going to put Willie against the lefties. And against the righties, I do like, I know not a lot of people use him, but I do like the Tom Herr. I know his defense isn't great, but at least he's great at what second base should have, and that's turn double play. So yeah, he might make a few errors, but turn double play, he's really good at. And that profile against the right-handed pitchers, I don't care about the power. Look at that avoid K, look at the BABIP, look at the eye. I got to have Tom Herr. So I think a platoon of Randolph and Herr, I think is a good option. So a new one to Bell. Yeah. See, again, I'm a little bit short on the new players. So let's go take a look at Bell. J Bell, right? J Bell, yeah. Oh yeah, there's two J Bells. Oh yeah, against the lefties. Yeah. And I had Randolph against the lefties. Now, Randolph is a better defensive second baseman. 99, 148, 116. You lose avoid K, you lose defense, you gain on I, you gain on power for sure. Yeah. Again, what do you want? Do you want the power worse defensive second baseman? Or do you want the high avoid K defensive second baseman? Different preferences. Jay Bell has been in the 5L and 6L and has done quite well. So I think this card is a meta card and very easily could be your second baseman. Also has shortstop eligibility. Oh man, this one is fired off already. Jeez. Well, there goes my on-screen build. Which one is it here? This one. I got 14 minutes. That'll be enough time. I hope it's saved. Yeah, I don't completely agree with that, Minerva, because I think extreme platoons are really good too. But you can't have extreme platoons everywhere, because to have extreme platoons everywhere, you'd have to go with like 10 pitchers. But I think you do need some non-splitty guys at some places. But I'm more of a favor of extreme splittiness. Like I like building platoons now, like the Wally Joyner, Jeff Bagwell, or Willie Randolph, uh, Evers, or whatever his name was. Evers is another one. Yeah, this has not worked out for me. Darn it. Just putting a random team. All right. Well, let me go to one I've got built already, because I can't enter a third one and go into roster builder. We don't have enough time now. So let me go to one that is built. Let's put that in no combi. And we'll just open that one. Yes. I forgot about Backman too. And I don't know if I have Backman on this one. And Backman can play like short and other positions too. So before the new cards came out yesterday, and it's been probably a week and a half before I've adjusted this one. So any cards that have come out in the last 2 weeks, since pretty much Dave Parker, I threw him on. So I'll be switching out of Raridan and Castro and going probably to Snyder and Dalton. I do have Bagwell and Joyner right now, but could put Rico Cardi at first base. Second base right now, I've got Johnny Evers. I think Johnny Evers is still pretty solid with that avoid K, which I really like. And then I've got Connie Day, Gaetti. I got to take out Mankey. Mankey will be gone. So this is without the Brock Holt, the Bill Hall, the other new cards that have come out. So Dave Parker for sure against the right-handed pitchers. I did have Baumholtz in, but he's going to come out now. There are some better cards that have recently come out. And Charbonneau, I think, what's he going for on the card shop? He's expensive. If you don't have a Charbonneau yet, you're going to have to pay up for him. And I don't know if he's absolutely necessary now, the way that the new cards are just stacked. You could probably find someone not too much of a downgrade from Joe Charbonneau, like Rico Cardi. Pitching wise, very quickly, because we're going to have to get over to the main channel in about 5 minutes. I'm going with Scott Baker. I think Scott Baker's still one of the top pitchers in the game for modern era. Good control, good home run suppression, and stuff. When you have that bonus stuff, that elevates you amongst other pitchers for me. So you're always looking for home run suppression and control, which he has very good, but he's got that added stuff. So that was a dominant no combi card. I've also got the Owen Nolan. He's a no-brainer. Other than the lower control, if I could give up 15 pitcher BABIP and put it on control, he would be the number one pitcher in a non-combi situation for me. Probably might even still be. I think him and Baker are pretty close. I think probably Baker's still ahead. J. Happ, still got him in there. Caldwell, because he can hit Bill Lee, Bido. And then guys that I've got to take out, Mike Paul, Perinoski, even Reggie Cleveland. His time is done due to his stuff and his control. He's got to come out. And Splittorf is on the very edge, being off my team as well. So yeah, I wish I had more time. I wish the main channel wasn't starting up right now, because I would love to do a full bronze build in the roster builder. Thought we would get to that, but as always, time runs short. So I would add definitely Edgar Martinez would come in here. We got 8 minutes. Let's see what I can do in 8 minutes. Baumholtz, Altman, Menke, Rodden, Castro. And want to add in Martinez. Edgar. I want to add in my 2 catchers. How do you spell his name? Dalton. There he is. And I want to add in Snyder. And let's add in Bell. I like that recommendation with Bell over Willie Randolph. Keep my pitchers for now. Snyder against lefties, Dalton against righties, Edgar against lefties, Bell against lefties. So I think I have my lefty combination. Yes, I'm still using Roberto. We'll go Butts, Charbonneau, Cardi, Martinez. Actually, I'm going to move these guys up a bit. Gaetti, Bagwell, Bell. Bagwell has to come out, which makes him not really needed on my team. And so I need a center field. So center field, we didn't really talk about. Who do we got for center fielders? Oh, it used to be Jacques Jones, Marquise Grissom, Andrew Jones. Tom Brown, Baumholtz, Hammonds. Nixon is, yeah, for me, it's either Nixon or Gutierrez. That's the guy, Max. Gutierrez. Either Nixon or Gutierrez. And I think we're going to go with Void K at 74. I just want to check what Otis is here. I'm going to go Otis against the lefties. Oops, don't want to sell that one. Otis. Let's go like that. Otis Nixon. Not as good against the righties, but I don't have time to get a platoon in, so I'm going to put him there as well. So against the righties, Joyner, Clemente, maybe not Clemente yet. I'm going to take out Bagwell and put in Mike Young. Yeah. Take out Bagwell and put in Young. What's Young listed as? A left valve? Let's just find him. Young. Young. So Butts, Wall, Joyner, Butts, Young, Parker, Caldwell, Dalton, Day, Evers, Nixon. Okay, I'm happy with that. Give me till quarter after, Doc. I will bring them over in 10 minutes. Let's let one of these sims come in and let's kind of finish off a little bit here. Pitchers. Let's replace a couple of these. Mike Paul, Cleveland, Paranosky. So pitchers we have to get in. I like Riel Cormier. He's not in there yet. The guy that's 71 overall, what's his name? Or 1971, not 70 overall. Help me out, chat. 1971, top pitcher. I got the combinator of them. Not Forsh. Nope, not Forsh. Yes. Thank you, Max. Dave Roberts. And Mr. Payne. Jew in there, Mr. Payne in there, Baker, Nolan, Caldwell. No, Baker, Nolan, Roberts, Caldwell, Payne. I don't mind that. Cormier, Bido, Lee, Happ, Miller, Splittorf. I probably could make one or two more changes in pitchers, but we'll leave it at that because we got 15 seconds before the sim comes in. And I'm just going to go traditional. I'm just going to keep it at neutral here, balanced, except turn down that. All right, well, with a few seconds left to spare, we got a makeshift bronze team. Clemente, Charbonneau, Cardi, Martinez, Gaetti, Bell, Snyder, Butts, Nixon, Joyner, Butts, Young, Parker, Caldwell, Dalton, Day, Evers, and Nixon. Only change I might want to make is bring in her and take out Day, but I do like Day's flexibility. And we should go and fill this in. Submit against the righties. Submit. And once you build your lineup, go to export to roster builder, create new save, bronze, no combi, and we'll put it as December. Now that is saved in my roster builder. All right, first game is in. Let's see how they did and who I'm matched up against. Best of 3. It is a 4-1 victory over the Madison Mohicans. Not a slouch when it comes to bronze tournaments. What we got here? No home runs in the game by either team. Hamilton's a guy I need to get in there as well. Absolutely have to get Hamilton in. I missed him. I'm not a big fan of the Didi. I know a lot of people are. I've never seen him do very well in 5L, 6L consistently. So for me, he's not a must-have. I do have his combinator because I sillily put a buy order in. It was filled. But I don't necessarily think he's the best shortstop. That's my opinion. I still like Tommy Butts. I can't get rid of my Butts. So Butts went 2 for 4, 3 for 5 for Cardi. Like I said, I think you got to get this card in. And for me, if you want Cardi and Edgar in, you got to put one of them at first base. Like Edgar went 2 for 5, and Cardi went 3 for 5. And Clemente just keeps performing. 2 for 5 with a double, RBI. So forget I. Baker with the win. And Payne with the loss for Madison. Who else is in here? Chicago Chubby Bulldogs. Max LP. 9-3 over Parkland. Oh, you're going Nixon as well. Okay. And Gutierrez. You got both of them. Still using Jock Jones. Don't like Dave Parker? Who are you facing? You were facing a righty. Goodrum, jury's out for me on Goodrum. Good card. I just don't know if he breaks in for me yet. Same with Brock Holt. I don't have Holt in there. And Gutierrez is another good option, second base. I've got Gutierrez combinator, so I've got him on my combinator team. And against the righties, man, he rocks. And you're still going Joe Mauer. Fairfax, Bananas, Mill Basin, Armada, and the Cape Cod Sharks. And again, I don't do any modeling. It's not something I've ever got into. Would I like to? Maybe at a very basic level. I'd like to do some analysis of stats on a more deeper level, but this is all eye looking at the card, the eye test. D-Block and I, when we did our tutorials, we didn't do modeling. We just went eye test and looked at the shape and looked at the era, and it worked for us. We were successful, and I think we have helped a lot of new players get into the game. Maybe with the top, maybe not with the top roster, but with a very competitive roster. And sometimes intuition works just as well as modeling, although you can't argue against modeling as long as it's built properly. Okay, I think we are done here. Let's see. Mini. Let me go check on the other one here, which was this one. And that's the thing, boiled egg. There are two different completely mindsets. Play the game for fun based on intuition, or play the game more analytically without maybe the personalization using statistics and models. There are definitely two different ways that people play this game. Neither of them wrong, as long as you're enjoying it the way that you play. So I knocked out Fargo with my other bronze no combi. And now I'm taking on the Lagos, Buckeye Fury. And it's funny how the two different camps of playing the game will argue to the death pretty much that their way is the way people should play it. And it's I don't know. Like I said, to me it's personalization. It's oh man, Tommy Butts, he's done so, like you grow to just embrace certain players, and for other people it's like, oh no, his stats are no good anymore. See you later. There's the door. Bring in the new guy. Next week, oh yeah, you're gone. Thanks for your 2 weeks of service. Bring in the new guy. It's probably the right way to play if you're competitive, but it's very hard for me to play that way. I don't have as much fun playing that way if I have to get guys that I've been loyal to. And on that note, we're going to take you over to the main channel. It should be firing up here. Let me just double check if it's on. You guys can get your drops. Thank you for spending your Friday with me. Again, not streaming tomorrow as I'm not in the PTMS and don't have access to the file to look it over. Let's see, raid. So yeah, we won't do any bounties or giveaways today, other than the ones I mentioned. If you knock me out and you were in stream with the no combi bounty, I'll submit your name. The park. One? No. Is Out of the Park live. Out of the Park. Where are ya? Where are ya? Come on. Nope, they're not live yet. Okay, we will take you there once I notice that they're live. Let's finish off by going through some of the comments here. Find data that says combis don't give a big advantage, saying that the very same data can be pre-flipped to suggest the opposite. I am a model. You know what I mean? I do my turn on the catwalk. Do. You know what I mean? I do my turn on the catwalk. The catwalk, baby. Yes, I'm sure soap companies are looking for you. Statistics. I'd probably do the modeling stuff if you had the first. Yeah, I think there is a learning curve. Again, I do recognize people that model, and but again, you have to build a good model. Just because you model doesn't mean it's good. You have to have a model that takes everything into consideration. And I don't know if you can really do that with this game except for maybe the very high-end top modelers. I don't know if a beginner can really do it without spending a lot of time and effort putting that model together. But it interests me as well, doing some bronze kind of stuff, but I have no clue about where to even start. I open up Excel and what do I do next? Buckeye, good luck, Lagos. I'm going up against you in the no combi. Not on tonight, Baffle. Remember, I'm not streaming tonight. So no NHL tonight. Won't be back until, I think, on Monday. Well, we know the worst combi is Luke Appling. Yeah, Baffle's playing GeoGuessr. He told me about that and asked if I could raid over, but there's I'm not streaming tonight. But yeah, we have family things, so if I can pop in, I will. But yeah, it's just not a good night to do that. Yeah, exactly. Where do you find the time to do that? I think once you have it set up and everything, it's probably easy to do. From what I hear, it doesn't take long to export. A lot of people are able to export easy now. Well, and that's the thing. Modeling's fine. Just don't tell me your model's the best model. I think there maybe are a couple people in the game that can say their models are the best, but I don't believe anyone that plays the game right now has the best model for all situations. They might have the best model for League, they might have the best model for Diamond, they might have the best model for something, but to say have the best model for every single situation in the game, I don't think that exists. Okay, thanks, Doc. All right. As always, thank you guys for being here. Good luck on your polls, and hope you get some of those good cards. Don't forget, Christmas is coming. If you have a baseball fan in your world, for $9.99, even if it's just to play the base game, for $9.99, a heck of a deal from Out of the Park Developments on sale during the winter sale. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. Do something nice for someone. Hey, Dub, I love you. See, do something nice for someone. Brighten their day. Boiled egg, I like you a lot. We'll see you next episode.
A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you. I believe what he said to be true. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining in this rainy city, and the sun is shining. Oh, well, isn't it a pity? And every year has its share of tears, but every now and then it's gotta rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day.